One of the things I've tried to do with my website is to make it easier for people to get out on the river. You know, I said before, the reason I set it up was so I didn't get all those telephone calls all the time. But another part of it really is making it easier for people to get out on rivers, hoping that by making it easier for people to get out, there'll be more voices in favor of improving river quality, improving the aesthetics, maintaining what we have. American Whitewater is a national organization. It even gets up into Canada a little bit, trying to protect access and protect rivers in general.
I'm Mark Singleton. I'm the Executive Director of American Whitewater, and we're here in Dillsboro, North Carolina on the Tuckasegee River, and this is the site of the former Dillsboro Dam.
I lived in a place called Ofusky, and I had a little girl in a holler tree. I said, little girl, it's plain to see, ain't nobody that can sing like me, ain't nobody that can sing like me.
One of the things that we try and do at AW is we really try and take advantage of these FERC, these federal energy relicensing processes, to make sure that there's water downstream for both habitat and recreation. And what we found is that typically what's good for fish is also really good for boating. So what we advocate for in those processes are we advocate for flows that mimic kind of a natural hydrograph. If we've learned anything over the past 100 years, it's that anything you build in a river that's a human structure is very finite, it's temporary. At some point it comes out. And what we're going to see is that a lot of stuff that we built in that period from 1900 to 1950 is slated to come out. It's not going to last. You know, there's a real positive story that's shaping up here in terms of communities that recognize the importance of both water, the importance of their river corridor, and as a result, a lot more energy is going to be focused on maintaining those resources and maintaining them in ways that are really sustainable over the long term. It's kind of how this one project in an obscure part of western North Carolina has national implications across a whole spectrum of dam removal. We've had a lot of success within the FERC relicensing world, where we've been able to secure releases on rivers that had previously been dry.
One of my friends in the Sierra Club sent me a note that there was some kind of relicensing occurring out in western North Carolina in one of the far counties, Graham County. Did I know anything about it? She thought there was some stream involved, but she didn't know what it was. It took a little bit of hunting around, and it turned out that that stream was actually the Chioa River.
A few miles from here, going further west, is the Chioa River, and that river had been bone dry for 80 years. And through a FERC relicensing process on the Chioa, we were able to secure releases 18 days a year, and now that's kind of classic southeast boating for 18 days on the Chioa each year.
Fire it up, when we finally turn it over, make a beeline towards the boulder, have a drink, you've had enough. Fire it up, if you need some conversation, bring a magazine to read around our broke down transportation. Fire it up.
Rivers heal themselves if you leave them alone. They heal faster if you try and rehabilitate them. So doing nothing is better than hurting them, but if you do anything positive, you'll be helping them increase their rate of recovery.